Oh, we got balls up, babies.
Gotta put your balls up.
Oh.
Get your balls. You got a new
Cheers.
ball today.
I got a new ball, everybody.
We
You know
got new
me.
balls.
You know me. I'm a classic ball drinker. I only do a cran blast to keep the UTI away.
I
One
know.
cran buzz ball keeps the UTI away.
Yes.
It was not a good rhyme.
Yes.
But now I have the Lada Colada because I just got back from a little trip to Jackie's home state in Florida.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Where I was with my kids. So obviously the entire time I was
I'm extra sorry.
the whole time I was jonesing for a pina colada. I never got one because, you know, we got to the bar that has at the beach that has alcohol and there was not a shady spot for the kids, so we decided to go do something
Leave them
else.
at home.
I know. With who? I was there with my
Who
myself.
cares?
I know. But anyway,
Find somebody
who
in the
needs a
hotel
pina
to
colada
watch 'em.
on the beach when you got a pina colada on the veranda with
Yes,
your
it's
with your
on
buddy?
the beach instead. But that meant bitch. I meant
We're
bitch
on
in
the
an
we're
accent.
bitching on the veranda.
Hell yeah, we've got balls up in chat. Thank you, Popcorn Ceiling.
Oh my gosh.
Hell yeah, everybody, get your
Countess
balls.
Gray UK said the coconut milk is off.
No!
A White Lotus reference. Pina colada. Look, it's me. I'm Lockie.
Yes.
Drinking out of a dirty blender. Me.
Oh, I mean, I know, I imagine we probably should be washing off the top of our balls, but we ain't gonna.
Oh, yeah. Like when you get a soda, do you usually wash top?
I mean, I just think about all the rat poop, but I guess you're not supposed to think about those
God.
things. But honestly, I love my balls with a little bit of shit.
Yeah, good for the immune system. So, speaking of buzzballs, today, right before the pod, we went in to a liquor store to buy our balls, as we do.
As we do. We
As
always
do.
walk
We're
to the liquor
regulars.
store.
They
It's
probably
great.
think something's wrong with us. We're in there every week getting
Middle
balls.
of the day, yep.
And buying balls and white wine. And we noticed a sign. Eric, could you please show we noticed a sign that said blue buzz balls, limit 1 on biggies, 4 on small. As we all know, the berry cherry limeade, we said, what's going on?
Whoa, why
are we rationing buzz balls?
Is there a problem? Do we need to worry? Should everyone be going out and buying as many balls as
This
you
is
get
like
your hands
toilet
on?
paper in the pandemic.
I don't
What's
know. We
going
need more
on?
balls. We need more balls.
So we asked the woman at the counter, and she said it's not even a ball shortage.
Not a ball shortage
'cause
at all,
it's just
parts.
the
It's
blue
not.
balls. The blue balls are the most popular. I don't know why, because blue balls is a phrase. No, it's a limited edition. And then what she told us was, oh, it's because they taste like Adios. And we were like, what's Adios? She's like, oh, it's a drink called Adios. When you look it up, the drink is called Adios, motherfucker. And it is basically it seems to me kind of like a blue Long Island iced tea. This shit has vodka, rum, tequila, gin, blue curacao, and then sweet and sour mix, and then either
Everybody knows
Sprite or
AMFs.
7 Up.
Everybody's screaming AMFs in chat. Everybody knows AMFs.
AMF. Everybody knows AMF.
Everybody knows AMFs.
Adios,
AMFs are good.
motherfucker. Apparently,
apparently
it's a big 21st birthday drink. People are so they like these blue ones, which we don't have one today. We decided to let the people have their buzz balls.
They need their blue balls.
It was the one that we tried and you didn't love it and I thought it was okay. Remember?
How dare
That
you
was the
make
blue.
me confess that I didn't like it as much as the other balls.
Because that's okay.
I'm about to
It's
say
okay.
adios,
The
motherfucker, to
glorious
you.
thing about the balls is that we all have our own preferences. We don't all have to like one ball.
Isn't this so nice, everyone?
You know?
That we're all so different that we can find a ball that fits the tongue of your liking. It just, you gotta keep
this
looking.
Pina colada one's pretty good. Like it's pretty much like
Is
a
it a
pina
lot of
colada.
colada? Can I try
Yeah. Try it. I've had ones of these before where I'm immediately hit with how alcoholic they are. This doesn't feel as bad to me, or am I just becoming...
Also, you know what it is? It doesn't, and I'm going to say it, usually not always into a colada because I think it sometimes tastes like sunscreen, and this doesn't.
Yeah, because it's more alcohol-y. It's alcohol
booze
forward.
in it. Put
It's
more
alcohol
booze.
forward.
Yes.
And then notes of sunscreen. You know, just
Thank you, Mother
notes.
Shaboom. Balls for all. Balls
Yes,
for
yes,
all.
yes.
And I hope your balls are not blue unless you need an adios, motherfucker.
Some of us don't even have to like balls at all, Jade.
You're damn right,
Goldluck
Jade.
says, and that's absolutely true.
I love you, Jay.
But yeah, we're waiting on that ball sponsorship whenever we get to it.
Begging for it.
Let's really quickly make a quick little announcement, right?
Oh, yeah, let's have a little.
This is going to be just our last live stream for a minute, okay? There's going to be some reorging happening. We are going to be, by the way, the podcast still coming out every single Wednesday. Don't even worry about it. Every Wednesday you're going to have podcast episodes.
So Cass, I expect you to have you're having your first blue ball tonight, and I expect you to have your next blue ball every Wednesday following.
While you listen to our podcast episodes. The live streams we will be doing stuff on video and live. You'll be getting it. Follow us at Who's the Bitch LPN on Instagram. We'll put up all the information that you need. But I wanted to let everybody know because this might be the last time you see us on the veranda for a little bit. And we want to make sure that you guys call in with your juicy stories in case you're like, I'll just call in 2 weeks. I'm not, feeling it. We ain't gonna be here in 2 weeks.
Give us a call. We want to hear from you. We want to hear from you live.
We love the back and forth of talking to people live. So there's the number. There's the number. There is the linky dinky do.
Give us a call.
Yeah. So tonight's the night for you to call. Let's get to our first call.
Oh, it sounds like we got a call.
Avon lady calling. Hello, Elle.
Ooh,
can you hear us? Oh, there's a beautiful
you are
face.
lovely, and I knew it. Hi, how are you? What's your name? And tell us your bituation.
I'm Laura. I left really 2 rambling voicemails. Ooh. But the situation, the situation, if you will, has gotten worse and weirder. Mega long story short, last September, my uterus and fallopian tubes went oops all tubers.
Oh my
and
God.
had to be like fully fucking evicted like immediately.
I think that we just did this.
We just did your voicemail.
But this is great. I want to know more.
Yeah, let's get more information. So literally, if you're listening to the podcast, next week, we actually handle her call. Maybe we'll have it edited out. I don't know now that we're talking to you live.
We haven't dealt with it.
I love your call. We literally played it out of dozens of calls. We played it on our episode that we just recorded for next week.
Yes.
I'm so flattered that this chaos in my fucking weird in-laws has really just spiraled out of control for everyone.
Yes, tell us.
I know that we need to do, because everyone's going to hear the full story next week, so...
So the general update is that the chaos that popped off was we were at a family event, and I brought up these like buck wild text messages that I got the night of my brother-in-law's wedding, accusing me of not having to evict my uterus for like attention, so chat knows what's going on. I then, and this is where I was the bitch, but I feel it was justified, responded with the images my surgeon took of my uterus outside of my body.
Because for those of you that are that don't quite understand, they were told, they were essentially convicted of not having a hysterectomy, of lying. They were saying that this person did not have a hysterectomy when they definitely did, to a point that poor Laura is pushed to having to prove that she has had a hysterectomy, which is absolutely ridiculous. But I'm sorry, please continue.
And by the way, this is the wedding. This is the wedding of her partner's brother, who he is not close with, and they have not spent a lot of time together. So them not going to the wedding, nobody really cared about. And then on the night of the wedding, she's 2 weeks post surgery, and she starts getting a bunch of fucking text messages going, "You made this up. You're doing this because you don't love them and you don't want them to have anything. You make it all about you," accusing her of making up a hysterectomy for attention and to get out of a wedding. Did I get that right?
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. Can't stress this enough. Bride and groom had no idea any of this was happening.
Okay.
Bride and groom were like, when they found out about it, there was a lot of mortification. There was like a lot of, why didn't you tell us? And of course I was like, well, I was fucked up on like narcotics and you had just gotten married and it seemed in bad taste. And we thought it was over. Couple of weeks ago at like a family event, I brought it up to my sister-in-law who lives near us, and she went full mama bear mode and was like, no, this won't stand. And it turns out that like the maid of honor had done some other things that like were not cool, and also included up into asking like almost $6,000 for like a bachelorette party that like a bunch of the bridesmaids couldn't go on.
I needed to know so much more about this maid of honor. I was like, is this the only crazy shit that this maid of honor is doing? And also, if the bride doesn't care, why is this person? I was like, does this person have some?
Well, Jackie had
you before.
Jackie had a great question, which was, how did the maid of honor get your phone number? Like on the night of the wedding, was she like, can I get the number for that girl who didn't come to the wedding because of her hysterectomy?
So she had my number because they had arranged a bridal shower I live in a different part of the East Coast than them. On like Mother's Day weekend, they had arranged a bridal shower the day before Mother's Day. And I was like, I can't go to New Jersey or wherever it was. I think it was New Jersey on Mother's Day weekend. My mom doesn't live there. We're very close.
Yeah.
And I had gotten text messages from like the maid of honor and also like the mother of the bride that were very much like, well, are you sending a gift? And I was like, of course I'm sending a gift.
Their only question, are you sending a gift? You should really rethink your life for a second.
Which, by the way, I just keep filling in the details because I know all the details because you sent a voicemail. They sent a gift for the wedding. They sent a gift for the wedding. So you don't need to be on people about getting a bridal shower gift and a bachelorette gift and enough with the fucking gifts.
Enough of it.
It was also like I was not invited to the bachelorette, which is okay because like I've interacted with my now sister-in-law maybe 4 times in 10 years. Cool. She's a nice lady. We're just not friends and that's okay. She's also super confused about what's going on, but apparently my sister-in-law who lives near us reached out to the bride after we thought everything had been settled and apologies had been made and basically was like, you need to make your maid of honor apologize to her. Because if you don't, you can't come to like the next family event. This was.
I'm sorry. Wait. Someone's making your sister-in-law do that?
No, that is. So I have, for context, my partner is like one of 6.
Okay. Same.
Yeah, the Catholics, they be producing babies. I can't say shit. I grew up LDS, and we also be producing.
Yeah,
babies.
y'all do be. So one sister-in-law said to the bride of the wedding, "You need to call your crazy ass maid of honor and make her apologize to our other sister-in-law." And then what?
And also to everyone else in the bridal party for like apparently what were a bunch of ridiculous requests. And the bride was like, I don't want to rehash this.
Yeah.
And I don't think that Lore wants to rehash this. And I was like, I for sure don't, because I don't even remember this interaction. I just remember waking up to text messages where I was like, look at my beautiful, horrific tumor-ridden uterus.
Yeah.
Do love Not Very Alice in chat does say the gift is a photo of the uterus. You already received it.
Yeah.
You got it.
That's it.
And so like, I'm now in a place where like one of my sister-in-laws who like we really in the like past had not gotten along because like my partner is the youngest and like been in his life for a very long time, very protective of him. We are just now getting to the point where like we're gals, we're buds. And I don't want to like tell her to like back off that I want it to be done with, but I also don't want to create and rehash like more family drama because now there's like threats being made of involving my like mother-in-law, which is my biggest fear. So,
okay, except
I feel like my family is in high school.
I do love that this could be the thing that brings you and your sister-in-laws together. I do love that a common enemy could unite you and your sister-in-laws. You haven't been friends, and now you're all going to love each other because this crazy bridesmaid popped off. Did we get a sense of why this bridesmaid targeted you? Why this maid of honor like came at you on the night of the wedding when you should be dancing and enjoying yourself?
I found out I wasn't the only one. So
she went on a tear?
Must have.
She went like on a tear. And so like we figured out what the trigger was for me was that my father-in-law, who is like very much a very private New York man. He's in his 70s. Everything is private. When people were like, why are Lore and her, partner not at the wedding? His response was, she's had a very serious surgery. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
And everyone, of course, was like, you cannot just be saying that.
Okay.
Now we're worried about Lore, so don't do that.
Literally, this entire thing is just no one knows how to fucking communicate.
It also makes sense.
No one knows how to talk to each other.
And everyone's saying you're making it about you. You're making it about you. That makes sense. It wasn't even you. You weren't even there making it about you. You weren't even bringing it up.
Yeah, because in the drunk game of wedding telephone, this girl hears she was having a surgery that I heard was a hysterectomy, which, by the way, is serious. Yes. And then the father-in-law somehow makes it seem like she's had heart transplant surgery.
Yes,
and
thank
now
you.
it just keeps going bigger and bigger and bigger. And bridesmaid thinks it's on her to avenge the bride for some weird way.
Gotta be
It felt like a spiritual, the way the text messages read, because I used to, like, I've been in a lot of weddings.
Okay.
They
same.
read to me the way I would have talked to someone if they wore a white dress to a wedding.
Yeah. Where it's like,
Yeah.
I'm the maid of honor and I'm actually the police at this wedding. And
Right.
so
Yes.
I'm here to tell you that you have actually broken the covenant of weddings.
Yes.
And you are under
Yes.
arrest. And here is your ticket. And I will see you in court.
Yeah, and so it's gotten really weird, and I don't like, for 100%, first of all, the Pope just died. My mother-in-law is very upset about it. I can't, like, tag her into the boxing
At
match.
a time like this.
Oh God.
At a time
Rip.
like this.
Oh,
She's,
God.
like, in a formal state of mourning as of this morning. So I don't want to bother her with it, but I also am like, guys, we're all adults. We don't need to rehash something that happened, like, 6 months ago that I didn't really care about at the time, but everyone involved cares way more about this than I do.
Yeah.
But I just am actually like truly concerned about your sister-in-law having a maid of honor who's that unhinged. Like that's so
Apparently-
unhinged. Like it's so crazy. Like that's what when we talked about this in our other episode, I was like, this is a girl who thinks that it is her job to ride or die for this bride.
Yes.
And that she has figured out, possibly through a full drunk haze, that you're the enemy and that it is her job to prove herself as a real one and go out and get you and teach you your fucking lesson and put you in your place or whatever, when none of this is her fucking business.
Yeah.
I think it was very much like bridesmaid cop happening 100%. And then I also think it's because I found this out that like other bridesmaids in the party got like equally psychotic text messages. I think it's one of those situations where the maid of honor is like, hey, I like friend in love, like in love in a friend way,
Yeah,
in a healthy
somebody
way.
said-
Makes sense.
Houseplants.
Yeah, somebody
Maid
in
of
the
honor in
chat
love with the
said is the
bride.
maid, and I thought, that actually occurred to me.
Dude.
That occurred to me. I was like, you're so hard up to find a villain to go to bat for, to go to bat for your girl. You need to find a villain to fucking go after.
Yeah.
And it was like apparent. So again, I was too busy being full of tumors to be worried about this wedding.
Of course.
Apparently the best man, who is also engaged, like him and his fiance at the time split off. And the night of the wedding, that fiance got like a psychopathic novel and text message about how she planned the breakup to upset the like best man so that he wouldn't be able to like perform his duties at the wedding. It was like unhinged. It was like this girl got like super drunk and then just decided that everyone was a problem except for the bride and groom.
I think what you really need to take from all of this is making a good, solid friendship with your sisters-in-law. I think that there's going to be great relationships.
If there's going to be drama, at least it could unite you and your sisters-in-law,
Yes,
and
and
you
that-
could become friends. And I just think also choose your maid of honor carefully, because this seems like
God.
you want somebody who is going to like handle a lot of logistics, but not someone who's going to actually like start a blood feud within your family.
Yeah.
Because that's
Yeah,
just
a blood feud
not.
that no one cares about. That's the real killer. Like no one actually cares
Yeah,
about it except for
literally.
like, I think that my text messages have become like a venting point for other people involved in the wedding and the family that were just pissed off about things happening.
And now
with
at
the
this
wedding.
point, everybody has seen your uterus outside of your body.
Oh, good.
Listen, it's cool. It's cool. I put that shit on Twitter.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
shut up.
And so the fucking verdict is you're the bitch because you're the best bitch. That's you're the
best
fucking bitch I want to hang out
bitch.
with. You're
I
the bitch
literally-
that fucking you want to show. Like I said this in the other episode, but I go play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You want to
Damn right.
accuse somebody of not having
quote Taylor
of faking a hysterectomy? Here's what you get: a horrific photo forever that
It
will
was
never
two.
leave
It
your
was two
brain.
because my fallopian tubes had to come out separate.
Yes, baby, separate
So, like,
fallopian
it was two.
tubes.
And so
Coincidentally, the name of my band playing this weekend.
Oh, wow.
Separate fallopian tubes. Thank you so much, Laura, for calling us. This has been the gift that keeps on giving.
Thank you
So anyway, that's the update. Everyone wants to tap in my mother-in-law, and I'm like, we shouldn't do that. The Pope just died.
Yeah, let her have some time. That said, let her watch Conclave. That movie fucking slaps.
Put on Conclave.
Conclave slaps.
Conclave. I don't give a fuck about a priest, but it was a great movie.
It's a great movie. I loved Conclave. I think that should have won everything. Sorry, I thought it was the best.
I wish they were all sucking and fucking on each other. Thank you so much.
We're gonna move on to our next call. Thank you for calling, Lore.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
and if you want to listen to us tackle that whole situation without half of the context, we're doing it next week on the episode.
Oh yeah, check it out.
So that'll be that. Let's take our next call.
Yes. Oh my God.
I'm actually loving this buzzball. Hello.
Oh my God. Hello. What's your name?
What's your
situation?
situation?
I'm Kara. I'm also known as True Goonie in the chat, so that's my name.
Oh my God, that's your name. So glad you called in. What's going on?
I've called in before about my little sister and the feud that I have with her.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
Yes, and I have an update.
Ooh, okay.
So my dad had.
Will you just give us like a quick 2-line summary of the call before so people will remember?
Oh yeah. So my little sister she just hates me.
Yeah.
And I know why now. She wanted to send me a letter. I wouldn't let her send me a letter. My dad recently just had massive surgery to fuse his neck together. So it's been a very scary time.
It was in pieces.
He was in pieces. He was walking around for about 2 weeks, and it was a matter of, it was broken in such a way that he could become a paraplegic if he just moved his neck.
Oh no.
God.
So because of insurance, we had to wait 2 weeks before he could have his surgery.
Luigi.
Luckily, it is a very rare, scary surgery, but luckily we live by the University of Utah, which has an incredible surgical center.
Okay.
So, incredible. But my little sister, when I left the church, the Mormon church, I was Mormon, she was mean and nasty and hateful and all sorts of, I'm a disgusting human being because I'm getting tattoos and now I drink and et cetera, et cetera. And she has left the church now. And I got to a point where my mom was sobbing on the phone to me and said, is there nothing you can do? Please. I know you're always the one that fixes this. And you're always the one that caves first, but can you please fix it? And I tried. So I did go back to my little sister.
Wait, I'm sorry. Fix the problem with you and your sister, or fix your sister leaving the church?
Fix the problem between my sister and I. She's like, I think my little sister is holding a lot of guilt over the way she treated me.
Okay.
In that sense, I will say that. But I wrote her a note and I said, you know what? You have a lot of hurt. I have a lot of hurt. Why don't we just say bygones are bygones? Let's try to just start over.
Yeah.
Let's start fresh.
And what'd she say?
She sent me a several-page letter that she wanted to send me before that I said I didn't want. She sent it.
Pages.
And there were about 3 pages of just how I was a terrible sister. I was never there for her. I was never there for her at her hardest time, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
She wasn't there for you either.
Just a reminder, I moved out of the house before she even went to junior high, too.
That's
and
ridiculous.
Then I had my own abuse. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the word. I'm sorry.
You can say the word abuse.
I had my own ouch situation happening.
Yeah.
Where I lost several babies due to the physical aspect of that.
Oh God.
Oh,
Oh God. I'm so sorry.
And she wasn't there for me. And that's okay because that's not something
How old is she now?
Should have to deal with.
How old is she now?
She's so I'm 30. I turned 37. My birthday is right around the same time as Henry's.
Oh my God. Happy almost birthday.
Yeah, thanks. Anyways, yeah.
And she's what?
We're a few years apart. I want to say like 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
Apart.
So where are you guys now? Have you responded to this? Like, where are you in this?
I'm done.
Yeah, I hate to say it. I think you're making the right choice. There's really nothing we can do. She's got some trauma, and for some reason she's like projecting it all onto you, and that's not. There's nothing you can do about that. And you need to protect yourself.
She is being nicer to my children. I had to see her yesterday. That's the one concession I made to my mother.
She cannot involve innocent children in it. That's good for her.
Finally, I guess she did take one thing to heart, and that was that I did not feel she was being kind to my bonus babies, because I married.
Oh, right.
I remarried.
Well, I'm glad she's at least doing that, but that doesn't mean you should talk to her. That doesn't mean that she's owed a relationship with you.
Exactly. So I have family on my side. My grandma's on my side because she unfortunately knows it. My aunts are on my side because they unfortunately know it. We have a very tight-knit system, and we all live really close together. So I see my grandma and my aunts at least once a week.
I don't even think it's like
part of your family still.
And like I wouldn't even frame it like sides. Like I think anyone that asks you, you should say, I literally put myself out there and said, let's move forward. Let's start anew. Let's start fresh.
Yes.
She's not interested. And until she's ready to do that, there's nothing I can really do.
And that's what I tell my aunts and my grandma when they ask me about it. I'm like, I tried. I really, really tried. I put in what I felt was a good faith effort.
Yes, you're doing
but
it.
I'm tired of always being the first one to back down. Like, even when we were kids, and my mom will say that until she's blue in the face. Even when you were children, you were the one that backed down first.
Well, that's time to take care of yourself.
Yeah, and I definitely had that role growing up as well, where it was like, just apologize. Like you're the oldest. Like you can handle it. Like you take care of everything, smooth everything over. And I would do that a lot. And I think that's it's good and bad, like in a lot of ways I really like conflict resolution because of that. But on the other side, like there were times where I was made to apologize to parents. I was made to be the adult in the parent situation.
See,
and
I
just
hate
because
that.
you're the oldest, I think you have literally been as adult as you can be about it.
Yes.
And that's it.
Yes.
You drew a line in the sand where you said, I am ready to cross this line with you and start anew. And she's saying, no, I want to stay back here and I want to rehash the past forever until you what? I don't know what she wants you to do. I don't know if she wants you to like self-flagellate. I don't know what she wants you to do.
Stay back
But she can stay back there.
I will say in the letter I wrote her, I said, I didn't bring up any hurts. I just said, I really want to be able to hang out with my all of a sudden cool sister, because she's left the church now.
Yeah.
All of a sudden she's covered in tattoos.
You guys have so much more in common than you don't.
And I'm like,
she'll come around, I'm sure.
Have mimosas on the beach. Like,
She might
I just
come
want to
around.
hang out with my sister.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if she doesn't, and she's at least not in the place to do it right now, and who knows what could happen in the future. But for now, I'd say put it down. I think that you need to put it down and take care of yourself, because at this point in time, none of this is going to serve you.
Yeah.
You have to
And if
take
she
care of
goes to therapy, a therapist is going to help her realize that she's putting a lot of shit on you. That's really what she has against like the church and like other stuff.
The therapist has been the part of the problem.
Oh.
God.
She had a complete mental breakdown around Christmas and she was able to get help, thank goodness. She got hospitalized and it was really awful for her poor babies. But
I'm just
she's
hoping
stuck
she
with
moves
the
on
same
from that.
therapist, and the therapist just likes conflict, it feels like. Like, oh, you need to tell everyone everything that's ever
In fact,
hurt
don't
you.
even worry yourself with what her therapist is doing right now. You're done.
I think you need to cut yourself off of
Cut
this.
yourself off
And
of
if your
that.
family keeps bringing it up, I think you need to go.
We just don't talk when we're
Yeah.
in the same room. We don't talk. But
And I
she's
think-
not mean to my kids anymore, which
Well,
is
that's
great.
good.
And that's good.
Because I have 3 bonus babies.
Yeah.
That
She's
as
yeah.
a win.
nice to them.
I think that's a
Thank
win.
you so much
Thank
for
you for
calling
calling
in.
and giving us the
I have
update.
one more quick update.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have a little brother that I said I have a good relationship with. I have such a good relationship with him. I'm finally getting my trans flag tattoo for him.
Yay.
Yes.
So I'm getting a little trans flag for my little brother.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Sending congrats to you and your brother.
Yeah, lean into your relationships with your siblings that
Yes,
you're close with and just
absolutely.
find, get your love there. And then I hope she comes around, but you can't keep going. You can't keep going to the well with this. Like
And
you
Rock,
really
you're
can't.
right. It's not your job to fix her trauma and mental issues.
Yeah.
Keep your peace.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
I don't want to.
appreciate you.
Oh my God!
dude.
Thank you for
so
calling
much
in
for calling
so much.
Thank you. Oh, God.
All right.
Thank you guys so much
Yeah.
for your calls, and we love your updates, and I love just hearing more. God, because Kara and I are just going sup.
Yeah.
Give me a little bit more of that sugary juice. We're like,
We love that juice. Give us the details.
Yes.
I can't believe you were just saying when we recorded our episode for next week, you were like, I need to know XYZ, and then Laura called in. Like, that's crazy.
You know, this is it, guys. Sometimes
You manifested it.
you gotta manifest it yourself. I needed more deets, and I manifested deets.
We needed a full picture of a crazy bridesmaid. All right, next call. Cue it up.
Hello.
Yellow.
What's your name? What's your situation?
Hey, hi. My name's Madeline,
Hi, Madeline.
and I'm here with my boyfriend Ray. He's my bestie, and he watches this with me.
Fuck yeah, you
Yes,
guys
hi,
rule.
Ray.
Y'all the fucking best.
Oh, great.
Thank you.
So you like it too. You're not just like suffering through it because Madeline likes it. I like that.
Hell no, this shit is off the chain. You got me fucked
Yes.
up. I love
Oh
it.
my
Real-
God.
he's
You
a-
got a good
he's a
voice.
girl's
You got a
girl.
good voice for radio. You should start a podcast, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay. So
All right, what's going on?
We have had a situation that we're trying to figure out how to properly maneuver with my cousin. This is a cousin on my mom's side, so I'm mixed. This is on our Mexican side, and it's she's from El Paso and lives here now in a different part of Texas. Shit, I probably shouldn't give too much info.
That's cool. That's cool.
Good.
I'm giving a lot.
It's a big state. It's a big state.
yeah.
No one knows where you are.
But anyways,
We can also
issue-
bleep out your name and your partner's name if you would like. We can bleep out names.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
thanks. I appreciate it. I don't think she listens, but essentially we're close. She's a little bit older than me in age, and she's been big sis to me, you know, helped me go through a really bad breakup, looked out for me, but we were kind of estranged, you know, as kids. And I reached out when we were in our mid-20s and reconnected because of just extended family circumstances. All that's to say, we are close, but don't necessarily have the relationship foundation for me to call her out in a proper way without it potentially messing up the relationship. Is that
Okay.
a good way to put it, babe?
Yeah.
And I feel like my boyfriend and I have both observed over the past year how she has been treating her husband.
Oh.
Specifically that there is another guy that she tends to bring around to every family event, to all birthdays. Her husband, for example, just got his
Look how she just did her face when you said that.
citizenship because he's an immigrant. And when we had the citizenship party, she invited this guy, even though husband said repeatedly, I don't like him being around our home. You know, it's one of those things where it's a clear conflict of interest. And to me, if you're in a relationship and your partner's uncomfortable, you know, you have that discussion.
Yeah.
And specifically her sister, my other cousin, told Ray on the down low, like, oh, she was in love with him in college. She said she told him, I have a crush on you, and he rejected her. And she's like, I think my sister's doing something with this guy now.
So also,
And-
Raise VO, just real quick, Raise VO does ask, is it a poly thing or are they monogamous? So that okay, I was assuming that they were monogamous,
Wait.
but I just want to make sure.
Wait, Madeline, my question is, what's her connect to this guy? Is her connect that they work
went to-
together?
They went to undergrad together, so they've known each
okay.
other longer. She met her husband in grad school.
And there's
then
some
they moved
kind of
to-
vibe that their relationship is giving off where her husband is like, I don't like this. And she's
Yes.
just ignoring that and having him over.
Yes, and it's to the point where he's overly comfortable in their home. There have been times where his as an example, this other guy, friend guy, his father passed, and a year later, you know, my cousin said, "Oh, I'm going with my friend to Dallas because we're taking, you know, he's grieving the loss of his father and it's been a year. So I really want to be there for him." I'm like, okay, good to know. You're being a good friend. But then her level of care towards this friend was a lot greater than the level of care towards her husband, whose mother just died in recent months. And it's
That's what I said.
yeah, and Ray has talked with this husband and his friend, become friends with him, and gets the male perspective. And husband is uncomfortable, but isn't also ever going to dox his wife or say she's doing something. But he clearly has made his boundary, but isn't necessarily going to set it hard because he is so sweet. And I've tried to have conversations with my cousin, like, hey, why do you still have this guy around? I think he's corny. XYZ.
Have you actually asked her? Have you asked her, like, so what's up? What's going on with this dude? Like,
And what'd she say?
Oh, I'm so direct.
Yeah.
And
love this.
no matter what, it's blown off, kind of dismissed. Oh, what do you mean? Oh, oh, he's just a good friend. Oh, he tells it's
Your cousin is Betty
Living in
Boop.
Lululand.
Your cousin is Betty Boop, and she's like, "What's the problem?" Okay.
I just wanted my pussy to hang out under my dress.
Sorry, that's not your cousin. It's
It's
Betty Boop.
literally like, oh, what do you mean? There's no problem here. Oh, he's such a nice guy.
Bitch,
And
don't
it's
you
like,
say, I know what is happening right now. We all know what's happening right now. What did you say to that, though?
I'm like, okay, well, if I would just clarify, make sure that you and your husband are on the same page because, she's been
seems like
opening
you're
up to me about issues they've been having. And I just, try to give her advice when she comes to me about it, about, respect and, open communication with your partner, because at the end of the day, I think a lot of the women in my family are kind of ruthless and mean.
Hell
And
yeah. No, you're strong and you're a wonderful bitch, is what you are.
Agreed.
A direct
Thank you,
bitch.
babe.
Thank you. See? Babe
Listen,
agrees.
what I feel like is happening is you guys are essentially just watching a slow car crash happening.
Yes.
Like these,
Yeah.
she's definitely got something going on with this guy. Even the way she's responding to you, like if it was innocent, I think the way she would respond to you would be a lot more like, "Oh no, this is my buddy from college. What are you talking about?" And instead, she's like, "What?" Like I don't know. Maybe that's just like us doing imitations. But like
No,
I
it's
think.
her.
I think that like you're watching a slow car crash. They're going to
That's
break up.
exactly it.
And I think that what you can say to set your boundary is literally just, listen, I don't like the vibe when you got the guy over. I can tell your husband doesn't like it. I love you, girl. Like, call me when you're not inviting him and I'll be over. But like, I think if she starts to see that it's affecting other relationships, I mean, I don't want you to like not have this relationship with your cousin if you value it.
Right.
But if you're not having, it doesn't sound like you're comfortable over there when this is all
I
going
get
on.
mad because I struggle with female relationships.
Yeah.
And I tend to be known as the mean friend or too direct.
But you ain't even mean. You just don't put up with bullshit.
God, oh my God. Well, you keep Ray. I'm just saying, hold on to Ray.
Oh, I know. He's the best.
You
We're
need that
great.
support. Yes.
Oh, totally. And he's a total girl's girl, so he can sit and have these discussions and observe and see what's going on. But it's just, I don't want to sit and say nothing, but I also don't want to say too much.
Yeah.
When it's a fresher family that I haven't grown up close to. And I guess at the end of the day, for me, I tend to cut people off when I no longer can respect how they're behaving because I get disgusted.
I understand.
And
So
I
I
don't
think
want to
you
get
need, I
to a
think you want to
point-
cut that shit off at the pass then.
Yeah.
I think you need to say to
Exactly.
her, our relationship's important to me and I'm not liking the vibe when this other guy's around. So do me a favor and like miss me with the invite when he's going to be around, but I would love to hang out when he's not going to be around. And that's that.
Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to like you're not trying to be like you're cheating or I'm not going to hang out with you until you do
not
this.
being a
It's
bitch.
not an ultimatum. It's not that. It's just like
Yeah.
I'm not loving the vibes here. And so let me know when this guy's not going to be around and I can't wait to hang out then. And
'Cause it's wasting
that's
your
that.
time.
Well, no, and I get it because you feel complicit in watching this weird scenario unfold, and you like your sweet brother-in-law, who I think
the
it's brother-in-law.
best.
Like I think you just need to go. For me, this is a no, dog.
I'm gonna see myself out. I feel like it'd be like the meme, like the Homer Simpson, where he just kind of goes back into the hedges because.
But you're not like, I'm not hanging out with you until you do this because I'm judging your choices. Because I get she might not even know that she's fucking doing this. She might not even or she knows, or she knows and she's in full denial because maybe there's shit going on in her relationship that's not good, and she's got something I don't know. She doesn't know how to just plenty of people do this. They stay in a shitty relationship while they're flirting or kind of starting a situationship with someone else, And
I get that.
Yeah.
But to me, at the end of the day, it's just like, you're married.
Yeah.
You're right. Also, Keeker Squeaker does say, continue to hold that boundary if she tries to trick you into being around him, where it's like, oh, come on, because she might push
He's
that
a Trump
boundary.
supporter.
Yeah, he shows up wait, what happened?
Did you say Trump supporter?
He's a whole trouble.
Wait, the third guy? The guy that's coming around?
Yeah.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Changes all of it out. I don't want to be around it. Want nothing of
Her husband just got legal citizenship and she's fucking around emotionally with a Trump supporter?
No,
That's what I
done.
said.
Dude, your cousin is diabolical.
Bye.
Think about it. Our Mexican family from the border.
Yeah.
There's a lot of conflict of interest here. And it's just
She's self-sabotaging, dude. She's trying to blow up her whole fucking life, and you don't need to be there to watch it
nothing
happen.
to do with it.
You don't need to be there. You don't need you don't want ringside seats to that fucking happening.
I mean,
No,
kind of though.
exactly. And it's been a struggle because I feel like I've been just saying,
This is wild.
Just keep protecting yourself. That's what you need to do. You need to protect yourself. You need to protect your family. You protect your
worried
kids.
about me.
I told you we should have ran when old boy said he was a Trump supporter.
I mean, yeah.
Wow, you really buried the fucking lead there.
Immediately,
You buried the lead
so
there.
much going on. There's been so many bitches. We had to debate on who to discuss, but we felt like this relationship is the most valuable to salvage.
Oh my God.
But
Yeah,
so
life
much
is a
info
bitchy
again.
menagerie, and I'm glad you had to pick one, and you told us about this. But I think
dude,
you're.
it's
Start hanging out with your other girl cousin. Work on cultivating some other female friendships at work or whatever. But you don't need to hang on to your cousin just because that's a thing that you've got going on and watch her torpedo her life. And I think it's okay to just be like, we're not feeling it. We'll see you later.
Sharing blood is not everything.
Yeah.
People need to remember that. That it doesn't mean you have any control.
You don't need to, you don't need to fully cut her off. I would just be like, you're welcome to come over with your husband and hang out. We can do a double date.
But don't bring him.
But I'm not hanging out with a fucking Trump supporting guy that's trying to actively blow up your marriage.
And there's even more evidence I forgot about.
What?
Her husband was out of the country
Oh, hell yeah.
while his mom was in the hospital, and she had us come over because she had a rat infestation and just want an old boy to fix it. And we show up and Ray's like, babe, there's 2 chairs facing each other. She's dressed cuter than normal. There's 2 cups. There's 2 wine glasses.
Did she have him over while you were over there killing rats?
And later,
You to kill the rats. Why you?
While Ray is killing the rats, this motherfucker is just hanging out.
well, it was clear that someone had been there, disappeared, and then as we were pulling out later in the evening, Ray saw him sitting in his car outside the driveway.
This man couldn't even deal with the rats. If you're going to be cheating on your husband, at least have him deal with the rats.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But also now she's like implicating you in her fucking Melrose Place bullshit. Forget it. She's probably too young to even know what I'm even referencing.
Oh my
but
God.
you gotta take a massive step back from this.
Loved hearing from you.
Yeah. Oh my God.
got me old.
Madeline and Ray forever. We want an invite to the wedding. Bye, guys.
Thank you guys so much for calling in, and I would love to hear about more bitches.
Thank
in your
you for
life in the
calling.
future. Dude, I know everyone's giving it up for Ray. Everybody's losing their mind for Ray, and I'm sorry, you too, Madeline. Though
Yes.
you're also doing great. Keep
Yes.
the boundaries. We support you both. We love you.
We love you and appreciate you.
Made our whole
Mwah.
week.
Bye, guys.
Let us know
Oh
how
my
it goes.
God, the rats.
Rats.
Like the rat in your house is your fucking loyalty to your husband, dog.
Oh my God, yeah, you're
All
the
right.
rat.
All right.
You
We
have
got
your
another. We got
house.
more calls. We're trying to plow through as many as we can.
Yes.
Wait, we can never see on Twitch what people are writing because they won't let you write bitch. So what is it? That's so many asterisks.
bitch,
That's a bitch, girl, summer.
That's Galisi. I like it. It's a lot
Everybody
of
has to
asterisks
start
in a
writing
row.
bitch with like an asterisk in it.
I guess.
Should we ask them? By the way, guys, if we start a YouTube, what should our we don't think we can be who's the bitch on YouTube. Should we be who's the B apostrophe TCH? Or do you think we should be who's the BTCH?
With
Vote
no
now in the
I.
poll.
Everybody, if you could let us know if you want
Vote
us
now in the poll what you think.
bitch or bitch with an asterisk. I
Who's
mean, I
the
do love a
beach?
Who's the beach? Or you want? Or but see that also.
That's going to make it seem like we're reviewing beaches or something.
That or we're just so hammered we can't find the beach like Snooki on that one episode.
Oh,
where she's going,
where's the beach?
And I do feel like if we were hammered on a beach, though, I mean, please, let's play Where's the Beach?
Please.
Here's everybody.
Spiritually, to me, we're in Miami or we're in like St. Augustine or we're in somewhere in Florida, like when we're
Yes.
on this veranda. So
we are.
to me, we're close to the beach no matter what. Some people are saying like we should stylize it like Pink, like the singer Pink. B exclamation point TCH. I actually
Yes.
kind of love that. And that's a shout out to my husband's love of Pink. I took him to Vegas to see Pink in concert.
Real? Oh my
Oh,
God,
he loves
what an
her.
aerialist.
Oh, he loves
I bet
her.
it was such an amazing show.
And also so many people with pink haircuts.
Oh, I bet.
Vegas women with pink haircuts.
Did Jared? No, he didn't. He didn't get the...
He didn't do a
He didn't do the zhuzh up? I'm surprised. I love Pink, and she's pure muscle. I love everything about Pink.
Oh, Pink fucking
thick,
rocks.
juicy goddess.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your mom loves Pink. So does my husband. All right, let's get another call on the line. Do we have somebody calling
Yes,
in?
let's find out.
And everyone's got a camera on.
Yes.
Oh, here we
Oh,
go.
oh my
Another
God,
gorgeous
hello,
face.
gorgeous. What's your name? What's your situation?
Hi, it's Graples.
Hi, Graples. So wonderful to meet you. Graples from chat. You don't know Graples.
Hey, friends.
Great Bulls, of course.
Well,
All right, what's going on? What's going on? Hit us. Hit us with the juice.
so little backstory. Some of you know I lost my job, like good job, back in 23, end of 23. Went through a burnout.
So sorry.
Undiagnosed ADHD, finally got diagnosed, all that jazz, got my life together,
Congratulations.
lost my car a couple times, got it back a couple times.
Oh, gosh.
The ebb and
Yeah,
flow
life's
of
been
life.
crazy. But I've recently fallen into my favorite job I've ever had. I'm now an infant teaching assistant, and it's
Oh.
literally the cutest job in the world.
What do you teach them?
Honestly, we help them sit, crawl, eat. I feed them, clothe them, all that stuff.
Technically, when you need, I guess, a teacher the most. So
No, it's really important because I will say too, like I just have worked in the foster system and like some of these babies, like this is where they get all of that. Like they're not getting tummy time at home. They're not getting, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I don't know, you might be working at a bougie ass place where that's not even an issue, but I'm just
No,
saying like.
I work at a daycare.
Yeah, like infant,
Wow.
like daycares are
Yeah,
so
with a
important for
pre-K, so-
socializing kids and like teaching them some basic motor shit that they're not learning at
Yes,
home.
motor skills,
Yeah.
baby led weaning and stuff like that. Like
baby-led
a lot of parents,
weaning.
I'm sure, Cass, I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
When your baby is eating and they're learning to eat, they gag a lot. That's terrifying, but
Yeah.
it's super normal. So that's
Yeah.
like the crap that I deal with. So
Yeah.
you don't have to.
Oh God, is it the baby? Is there an infant that's a bitch?
Yes.
Oh my
It's
God,
teething
yes.
is always the
First
bitch, not gonna lie.
infant. Bring it. Let's go.
First infant bitch. Yes. What's
So,
going on?
all right. So that's the positive part.
Okay, great.
All right. So they're also going to be paying for me to get my CDA. Basically, that's my licensing to be an
Amazing.
educator, which is fantastic.
Love it,
I
love
went to
it,
school for
slay,
a long time
yes.
ago. I never got to finish.
Love it.
I only work a mile from where I live.
Love it. Love it.
I live with my grandmother.
Love it.
Okay.
That's another big story.
She being a bitch.
Are you sad about it?
Well, so she let me borrow her car
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
because she went to Florida
Yeah,
to go visit my aunt.
as
Hell
you
yeah.
do.
She didn't tell me how long she'd be gone.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
She didn't tell me when she was leaving.
Okay.
She didn't tell me anything. So what she did was she handed me the keys and I said, "Oh, thank you so much." She says, "Use the car keys, the car to get back and forth to work, which is a mile away." I said, "Okay, that's fine." Because right now my car is out of commission because it's been sitting, rotors are dead, whatever. She comes back on Thursday, literally this past Thursday.
My
I'm
buzz ball,
in
yeah.
I'm in
Teaser.
my therapy appointment.
Okay.
So I have my headphones on as I come into the door from work, and I'm like, I see her sitting on the couch, like waiting for me to greet her, and I'm just like, I'm in an appointment. Like, I can't talk to you right now. She interrupts it 3 times. She knocks on the door. She yells through the door. She needs her keys to go get her scripts, and I'm like, okay, that's fine, whatever. But I mean, I feel like it could have waited, or you could have messaged me. I could have gotten your scripts for you. It's okay. But my problem is that my therapist was like, that's not okay. We don't do that. That was her like seeking attention. And I was like, oh, well, she does that all the time. She then sends me a bunch of messages about how disrespectful I am because I didn't say thank you for letting me use the keys to get to and from work.
This is why you're still in therapy?
This was almost immediately after therapy.
Okay.
So she sends me this message like right at the end, and I'm like, what the fuck? So basically, I'm just like, all I'm asking for is communication. Because then she also tells me that the next morning I can't bring you to work because I have an appointment. Well, I've asked you multiple times, like, tell me if you have an appointment because it costs me. I get minimum wage. It costs me $13, $15 just to get to work. So it's like, that's an hour of my time.
Yeah.
And it's expensive. So it's like, there's not much I can really do about that. So I was just like, if you could do that. And she's like, well, no, thank you for using the car for 10 days and blah, blah, blah. And I was like,
uh-oh.
What do you mean? I said, thank you the minute you gave me the car. I said, it was a surprise every single day that I got to use the car because you didn't tell me when you were coming back. And I asked you to communicate. We've been living together for a few years.
And did you say all of this to her?
Yes.
Whoa. Good
I
for
said,
you.
can you please communicate to me if you have an appointment ahead of time? Not, 8 hours before I got to get to work. When I'm about to go to bed.
Yeah. What did she say?
She's like, well, here, she sends me like 3 paragraphs about her car and her house and how she's done everything to do this. And I'm like, I understand you're retired. You do play bridge with your friends and you do have things that you like to do. Just give me a minute. I just got this job. I haven't had a chance to get my life together. Like, I lost a job that I was making like 3 times the amount of money I'm making now.
Yeah.
I'm making almost nothing. I lost everything.
Yeah.
I started from scratch.
And you have to put
Like,
it all
I even
back
lost
together.
a fiance along the way. We haven't even gotten to that.
Oh God, I'm so sorry.
And it's not even like a full like gone either. Like, life is crazy. But yeah, so
it's so interesting.
basically
I
she
find
goes off
with
on me.
boomer women oftentimes that it is an interesting phenomenon that I feel like a lot of them have heard the phrase boundary and they've heard the phrase take care of yourself or self-care, and they choose to see what those things mean for how that helps with their life. And I feel like oftentimes you see boomer women that are just kind of like, but I'm making boundaries. Did you see what I did? See, you didn't say thank you, so I am now making my boundaries. And I feel like some of them are reading these books.
Yeah.
And I hate that they're able to read these books because I feel like they
Stop
just
reading.
Right? Stop reading the books. That's what I'm saying to the boomer women. That they just decide, it's like, that you could communicate how you feel. If you felt that I wasn't being thankful enough, you just have to say that, and then it's done. And then I say thank you so much, and then it's over, and we move on.
Do you think this is also a thing too, where she kind of like sees you as a kid and not as like a full adult?
Whoa.
I think that's part of it. I think another thing too is that I am 35 and I am basically going through something that I would have gone through when I was way younger. Like, I kind of went through like a big, like, me and the guy I was with were together for a really long time, like more than half our lives. And all of a sudden he moved out like within a day.
Ugh.
And it wasn't my choice. It was my family's choice that he got kicked out, which was his fault. And I'm not going to lie about that. And the thing is that instead of like helping me become independent, because I've never been independent because I've always had somebody to fall back on, I feel like I've been getting pushed to go beyond my limits constantly. Like, I've lost my car multiple times to repossession because I've been told, well, you're grown, you should be able to do this. But I'm asking for your support because I'm going through a really hard time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not only is a relationship issue, I lost the job. I'm starting a whole new career. I just want a couple of months to get my life together, like just a couple more weeks so I can get my car back on the road. That's all I'm asking for.
Yeah, but this is like this is the generation that's like, we're not going to forgive your loans because our loans weren't forgiven. You know, like
Stumprock Roy even says, a big things boomers don't understand is that it's hard to pull yourself up by your bootstraps when you can't even afford the boots.
Yes.
You don't understand.
They don't get it because they were like
Don't understand
married,
it. Yeah.
and they had like everybody bought a home, and like it was a totally different fucking
That's what I'm
country.
living in right now. Is
The other
her
day
big,
when she
beautiful
got
home.
married at the age of 16, my mom made like twice the amount of money that I made when I got married 4 years ago. Like back then, it's like, think about even just that alone. Think about that at 16, and I'm not saying that it's okay to be, you know, encouraged to get married at 16, but like they were setting them up because they were giving them the money to start their future. They were given a nest egg to put it down on a house. They were given, because that is how
Exactly.
things used to be. And it's not that anymore. And
Well,
a lot of these boomers don't
they
get that.
they just want to say, oh, this new generation is just on their phones doing TikTok or whatever the fuck they want to say, instead of actually looking at how the policies from their generations have fucked everybody else younger than them. You know, they don't want to
That's
look at
another
that
thing that
reality. They
really-
just want to be like, yeah, like getting out of poverty is so fucking. And I'm not saying you're in poverty, but you know what I mean. Like
I
starting
am.
over,
But starting
getting
over
like
again,
lie to you.
being
so
hard. Like this thing that at 35
God,
you're
yeah.
supposed to at 35 you're supposed to have XYZ, these fucking 1950s and 60s milestones is delusional.
Yes.
And I don't know what to say because it feels like you need to stay with your grandma.
And you do, and
And you need to figure out a way to communicate with her.
Too. Like my so basically what my issue really is like it 100% is the communication, because like I said, she sent me this long text and she sent me, I'm not kidding you, she sent me dates all the way through July. And she's been constantly like last minute like canceling on me.
You know what you now need
For
to start doing?
at least the like
You've got this
since
job.
I've had this job.
You've got
which
the
has been
job.
since Thanksgiving.
And you need to just now save up as much money as humanly possible to start working on what your next steps are. And unfortunately, you're not going to change your grandmother's thinking. You're
It's
not gonna
really
change
that's
how
like
she
what I
acts.
always say
You're not
about my
going to.
parents. I'm like, you can't teach 70-year-old dogs new tricks, unfortunately.
You're not going to. So
80.
what can you change in this
She's doing good.
situation? The only things you can control are how you present yourself through this, how you can start moving your way through it. You're right. It's not going to happen fast. It's not going to be easy. But once you start taking the steps, even just little steps of what you can do, and I'm not saying moving out right away because that's very expensive and it's going to be down the road, but making little steps for you so that you can feel that you are moving on your way towards getting out of there.
And can I just ask like a logistical question? Is it possible for you to walk to work? If it's a mile away, maybe you could walk
yeah.
just now that the now that the weather's getting warmer.
Now that
I don't know
it's
where
nice.
you live.
Yeah, because I'm in upstate New York, so
Yeah,
we've
so the
had
weather's
some
getting
really
warmer,
weird weather,
and maybe
but
you could.
yes, it's
Obviously, I
been
would
nice
not
enough
want
where
you
I
to
can
do that in
absolutely
fucking February. You
walk.
would actually probably die because it's freezing in upstate New York.
It was
But like,
gross.
you know, if you could walk to work a little bit, just to remove the feeling of dependence on your grandmother at all, so that she can stop wielding it over you. Like, it sounds like that's what she's doing.
Also, dinosaur rice, maybe a bike, maybe something, like
Yeah.
a thrift store. Like if you can save
a little
up to grab a
bike.
bike or something like that, just something to give you a little bit more of the independence that you want and need.
Until you get your car up and running, you know?
Oh yeah, I mean that's been my biggest plan. Is like, thank God it isn't a mile away, because I can hit the Smoothie King and then hit right to work, and then I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Love this. Yeah, start doing what works for you because you're not going to change your grandmother.
No.
Yeah.
But I'm happy for you and I'm proud of you for working your way out of the hole that life dealt you. And
The last 5 years have
It's
been
hard.
fucking psychotic for
Yes.
everybody.
It's hard. It's
For every single person.
ridiculous.
Yes, and you've got this. And it just little by little, that's all we can do. We have our community. We rely on each other. If you ever need to just scream into the ether, you know that we're always here to listen to you. And I'm sending you so much love. And I want to say it's great meeting you, Great Bulls. And thank you so much for calling
course.
in.
I was really excited to call in. When you guys said it was the last time you'd be on here for a minute, I was like, I have to call in.
Yes, it's your time.
So wonderful to hear
Thank
from
you.
you.
Thank you,
much
Great
for
Bulls.
giving us
We're
a
actually going to
call.
extend for a little bit and take one last call.
Yeah, let's take one
We're
last
take
call,
one
sure.
last call.
Yeah, we can take one last call.
And then we're going to sign off.
I will just say that she was really dealing with it much better than I would have dealt with it. I probably would have flipped out at this point, at this age, if my grandmother said those things to me.
I mean, grandmas are a fucking powder keg, man. I wish we didn't know. Oh, I mean, you got to deal with them when you got to deal with them. But
Man, I hated the only one I had. I really hated, and she's been dead for some time. So
I loved my grandma.
I always was so jealous of people that loved their
Yeah,
grandparents.
she was. My grandma had 14 kids, and at the end of her life, she loved Everybody Loves Raymond, and she loved.
I mean, who doesn't?
She loved Jennifer Lopez.
Wow.
Why? I could never tell you.
Do you remember? Yeah, you don't know.
She goes, one time she goes to me, get me the newspaper. I was reading an article about that Jennifer. And I go, Aniston? She goes, no. And it was Lopez.
Wow. What was she looking? I'm so.
I don't
I've got
know.
a million Jennifer Lopez
I don't know.
questions to ask your grandmother that I don't think I can ask her the questions.
No, she gone.
Gone.
Oh, way gone.
Just like the Pope.
Yeah, she's way gone.
Whoa.
Just like the
rats.
Pope.
Says,
My
like,
grandmother hated. Well, Red Age Prop, our grandmothers are up in heaven arguing about J-Lo right now. I mean, maybe your grandma's alive. I don't actually know if your grandma's dead.
Aw, but wherever they are, maybe they're talking about J-Lo, and wouldn't that be wonderful?
But do we have this last code?
Yes, let's take it.
I hear a little tooty toot. Hello.
Ooh.
Is this another
Hi.
couple call?
Yes, I love this.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh my God.
Situation.
It's a Sadie Hawkins dance situation tonight on the stream.
Double bitchlings.
We both love your stream. We love your show. We love Last Podcast Network altogether.
Yay.
Yeah.
I love your face holes.
Oh my God. We love all your holes. Equal opportunity hole enthusiasts here on the show. So what's going on? What's your name? What's going on?
I'm Kyle. This is my wife, Megan.
Kyle and
Hi,
Megan.
Kyle and Megan.
You guys sound popular.
Yes. All right. What?
We are
Not even a little.
No, no.
Which means we'll all get along. Do you need to beat the shit out of somebody for you? What's going on?
No, well, so this is actually an extremely long story, and I would love. I've been like going on the fence of like leaving you guys voicemails, like listening. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've listened to every single episode of your podcast, and
Thank
I love
you.
it so much. And so if like you want like follow-ups or like even like prequels to all this stuff, like I can give you like more information later.
7 years running.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Give us the basics.
Yeah. Give us.
yeah,
give us the
yeah. So the
goods.
basics is so like objectively, my mom is the bitch.
Okay.
Okay.
And so back in February, I made the executive decision to go no contact with her.
Okay.
But also like by going no contact with her, I went no contact with my dad as well. And so to really kind of give a short synopsis, so 2 years ago, I discovered that she was talking to other men online while married to my dad. And not only
How did
talking
you? How did you find it out? How did you find it out?
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is a good story. This is where it should
So
start.
how I found out is because she wanted me to set up on her phone how to pay people online, and I thought it was extremely sketchy. So she gave me her phone and it's unlocked. So I started going through like her messages and stuff and found out that she was sending money and sending like lots of very cryptic text messages to strangers online.
It was like one of those Nigerian prince
Oh
situations.
no, your mom's getting fucking scammed.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Like
strangers?
in this sense, my mom is definitely a victim of us being scammed. But like where I don't have a lot of sympathy is because she doesn't want to stop.
Whoa!
Even though, like,
wait a
pointed
second.
that
Wait.
out
So
to
she's been
her.
scammed multiple times and she refuses to stop.
Yeah,
And
because
she's spending your dad's money because she hasn't worked in.
yeah,
ever.
my mom hasn't worked since I'm 18. I'm
The father that
35,
she's
23.
still married to and still is in a relationship with?
Yeah,
Yup.
yeah.
Correct.
Can you give me a rough age for your mom just so I can picture her in my head?
65.
65.
Okay.
So that's like teetering on elder abuse.
Okay.
Barbie.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, so, but like, which I mean is like prime, like, scam,
Yeah.
target, right? So,
Yeah.
But the thing is, like she doesn't really care about, like, she just wants the attention from dudes, right? And like that's and then she blames my dad for it, which is its own thing, and that's not really the topic of conversation here. So like I found this out like a couple of years ago, and I confronted my dad about it. I'm like, hey, mom's emotionally cheating on you, so you should deal with that, right? And my dad is like super duper uber Catholic, so like divorce is not on the table for him. So he decided to stay with her and stick it out, and which is like, I don't know, I guess you could give him props for it.
At that age, I guess he just didn't want to. So he knows about it and is choosing. So he's not asked her to stop.
He's fully aware. And then he, after investigating we think it's about $20,000 that she sent the scam artist, roughly.
$20,000?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Wait, it was $20,000 to multiple people?
Multiple. Yeah.
She's not even being loyal to the Nigerian prince that's scamming her.
No,
she's literally spreading that shit around to other Nigerian princes.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
Okay, so how long has this been going on, Kyle?
I know people in the chat are
so,
like, can I get her email?
No, not at all. Please don't. So I discovered this 2 years ago. It was like January of like 2023 now or whatever. Or like I think maybe I discovered December of 2022, and we confronted this 2023. So it was like 2 years ago, like et cetera, et cetera. They had whatever conversations they had behind closed doors, and also like a really big important part is like my mom's like a full-blown narcissist. So like,
oh yeah,
I mean it makes sense.
Who among us does not have a narcissist parent?
Yeah, right, yeah. So fast forward a little bit is like months ago, my wife Megan, who's kind of here a little bit
Hi,
too.
Megan.
For reference.
Like we like I don't do social media. Like I'm not on Facebook, and I'm not on TikTok, and I don't do anything. But like Megan's like on Snapchat still, and blah, blah, blah. And she's just like, hey, your mom's being sketchy because like she keeps like putting things on her social media like with random dudes.
Thirst traps?
Like,
she posted thirst traps?
I'm sorry, is your mom on Snapchat?
No, not necessarily.
Megan
but like,
saying thirst traps. I'm hearing thirst traps.
Wait, is your mom
got, like,
on
the filtered
Snapchat?
photos where she's like doing the like I'm in bed photo. Yeah, they're thirst traps.
But are they
so
on
maybe
Snapchat?
Yeah.
What?
She's dumb and she puts them on like her.
My mom
like,
does
story.
not know how Twitter works. I just cannot believe that your mom figured out Snapchat. I'm blown away. Go on.
Too, a little bit. So we already had this suspecting protocol that, and I just went like, you know what? I already addressed this. My dad apparently doesn't care or whatever. I'm just going to leave it alone until it finally affected our lives. Because we have two kids. We have a 7-year-old. We have a 1.5-year-old.
Aw.
And my mom befriended some dude online, and he started stalking my daughter's pictures. And he started liking all of pictures of my daughter on my wife's Facebook page. And then my wife, Megan, confronted him and said, why are you doing that? These are really old pictures, et cetera, et cetera. And he just said, I think your daughter is beautiful, and I think she's gorgeous. And
Oh no!
And he kept asking, where do you guys live? Where are you located? And then
there's so much
earth. Did you burn it all to the ground, Kyle? I would understand. I was like, where are you? I will find you and I will put you into
This is like this is a cross stream of my two podcasts that I do not appreciate. I don't like this.
Because like Kara, like
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kara, you have kids too, so like this is
Yes.
where like Yeah, we understand that, like,
And like, you know, it's always
right,
so
like-
creepy when somebody goes back into your Instagram and they're liking shit from like 4 years ago, and you're like, what the fuck? Like,
Exactly.
why are you back there?
Exactly.
And with kids, it's
Exactly.
crazy. I was just talking to Eddie's wife about kids on the internet yesterday at this Easter party. Wait, so go on. So you guys say, hey, could you get your
happened?
fucking boyfriend to stop fucking being a creep?
Yeah, so Megan like went on this guy's profile and he had one mutual friend, my mom. Right?
Put pieces together.
Put pieces together and being like, so she confronted the dude and like, how do you know my mom's full name? And he goes, oh yeah, we've been friends on here. He's like, I just met her through Facebook. Yeah, she's a wonderful person. So they've been talking to each other, you know, this and that. So I confronted my mom about it and said, like, yeah, like my mom and I do not have a good relationship at all. Like I said, we can talk about that maybe some other time.
Yeah, yeah,
et
yeah.
cetera, et cetera. But like, I basically said, like, I drew a line in the sand years ago, and as soon as you get my kids involved, we're done.
Fuck all the way off.
We're done.
And you were
But
Yeah,
she had
like,
no
I'm
response. She didn't say anything, or
Oh, man. Yo, extra cheese. Oh,
yeah.
so the bitch.
We're pounding it. Let's.
Oh, the bitch. Wow. So what ended up happening?
Well, her response was she was so caught off guard that she didn't know how much we knew, that she kind of was just in awe, like, and didn't know what to do at the time.
And she started blaming other situations that we didn't
Well,
know
later
about.
she did, but
Oh.
like she blamed. I'm always the scapegoat, so it was my fault somehow. But anyway, so
How did she even try to
the point
blame that some dude that she was not even stooping, just sending money to, was liking pictures of your children? How is that any version of on you?
yeah, good. I don't know.
She does. She does try and turn it that way.
She
though.
does. She definitely does try to turn it on me somehow.
What about narcissists?
Yeah. So anyway, that being said, so like, and I basically said, like, because I've lived my whole life in this context, so I'm just like, I don't really care. Like, fine, blame me. Like, I've gone through my own therapy. I have such a great, you know, like, foundation of friends and, you know, family and my wife.
Good for you.
So like, I can get past that. I don't care. Like, because like, honestly, like, her opinion of me, like, doesn't affect me because I
Still
just don't give a
hurts.
shit about her either.
I know.
But like, the line in the sand was basically like, as soon as you affect my kids, we're done.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I basically said, like, you have no contact with them. I blocked her on everything.
Good
I
for
was just
you.
like, yeah, I was just like, you were just done. You know.
Yeah,
like,
because she
you-
was
you
probably
were-
just going, what? My friend thinks my granddaughter's beautiful. What's the problem? It's like, bitch, if
Right.
you're allowed to be on Snapchat, then you're allowed to know that there are child predators and that you're probably fucking one right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Or just sending money.
So like, I guess like the very, like I said, objectively, like, my mom's the bitch and all this and everything. But like, I guess, so Easter was just yesterday.
Did you have to see her?
and- No. So like,
went
yeah,
no
no,
contact.
I haven't talked to my parents in 2 months.
Good.
Like, since
Okay.
that
Hell
moment.
yeah.
That was at the end of February. But
Does your dad know about everything that's going on with the liking
yeah,
of the
he
children?
does. And I don't know what his opinion is because he enables her in a lot of different stuff.
He's
but,
like, well, you know, Jesus
what
said
he's
in the
talking
book
for.
of Luke that thou shalt like the photos of the little kids that are the most beautiful.
I don't know.
That's
Like, I
scripture,
mean,
right?
Look everywhere,
Right.
Kara.
The Pope just died too, so I think he's just.
Yeah, you're
like,
the second
sad
call
about
today
that.
where the
Everybody's
Pope's
wonky.
death is
Pope's
fucking
dead.
bothering everybody.
Everybody's upset. Pope's dead.
You can't get my boner up about that, but I get it. I get these
That
parents.
was upset a lot of the parents.
Yeah.
So I guess like where my confliction is, so like Easter morning, like, you know, we did our own thing. Well, most of my wife, you know, like she set up this little like trail of like Easter eggs.
Give
and
it up,
doing,
give it
like,
up for
a-
Megan, give it
you know,
up, give it up, give it up for anybody putting out eggs yesterday.
Jackie created a magical Easter for my children. Just FYI, everybody.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, Springsgiving.
I love creating magical Easters.
Love it.
It was more of a magical 420, but we told our kids it was Easter.
Yeah, they didn't.
Okay.
They weren't
Yeah.
celebrating
Right.
420. So what ended up happening? So what happened yesterday, Kyle?
Oh, so basically, like, you know, we had our own Easter and everything, and then I don't know what time it was. My dad gets up like at 4 o'clock in the mornings, but like at some point they dropped off Easter baskets on our front porch, which is like, I guess they respected our boundary enough. The kids are unaware that the baskets are there. I put them in the back of my car. We didn't tell them about it and everything.
Understandable.
So like, am I the bitch for not giving my kids those baskets?
No. They completely went against the boundaries that you set for you and your family. And no, the answer, you are not the bitch, and they have no right to do that. I am very proud of you for making that choice for you and your family. You have made that boundary, and they are not respecting it. They don't get that. No.
Do you, Kyle? I bet the answer's no. But do you watch The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills?
I know. Sorry.
Okay, well,
Kyle, don't worry.
I've listened to every episode of your podcast. I know you guys talk about it a lot. No, that's
okay.
not
Well,
my,
listen.
whole
Even
thing.
Jackie doesn't listen to this franchise, so I'll just do a really quick. If anybody in chat watches Beverly Hills, this is the bunny. Okay, Lisa Rinna gave a bunny to Kim Richards because she had a grandchild, and at the reunion, Kim brought the bunny back and said, I don't feel comfortable giving this to my grandson because of the things that you've said about me and the things that you've done. So this is the bunny, and that's okay. Like, that's just a full, yes, thank you, Red Age Prop, Lisa Rinna. This is
Also,
what
Excoding Money X, I love it. Take the baskets to a local women's shelter.
Yes.
Take the baskets somewhere.
There are plenty of people that can enjoy those
Right.
baskets. Your kids do not. They got the baskets from Megan. They got the baskets that they got the Easter that they deserve. They don't. You're not a bitch for withholding shit from your parents to your kids. No.
I can drop it off at our local women's shelter.
Okay.
I think please do. Other people will use what is inside of it. That is a disrespecting of the boundaries that you
If
set.
your mom wants to get back in with your family, she needs to go through the correct channels, which is not going through your children.
With guilt and with
It is
presence.
It's going.
No. You don't deserve that. She doesn't deserve it. She's not allowed to have it.
She
And
needs
don't
to
give it to her.
Yeah, she needs to come to you correctly. And I hate to say it as also a child of a narcissist, it's not going to happen. You know.
No, I fully accepted that years ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm
You
so
know.
sorry that you're going through this, but I will say it's a really great Who's the Bitch story. And I really want to thank you both.
And I
for
think
calling in.
you are a great dad, and you are ending the cycle of narcissism and stuff like that with your kids. It
Yes,
sounds
and
like.
thank you because it's so difficult to do that. You
guys are cute.
Yes, oh my God, I love you guys so much. You are doing what Blake Lively fucking wish she was doing.
It ends with Kyle and Megan.
Kyle and Megan,
Can I,
damn
real quick,
straight. We're sending you
if-
guys so much love.
If you want more of the tea of like other backstories, and if you would allow like for me to call like and leave voicemails and everything, I can tell you even like more.
Wait,
crazy
send us an
stuff.
email or voicemail with like all the details. The voicemails can only be 5 minutes, and it sounds like you might have more. So
Right.
maybe an email,
Send us with an
maybe a
email.
bulleted email with these points would be good. But I would love a follow up, and we'll do it in a couple
Right,
weeks
because
on the
it's
pod.
like all of this is like kind of like a tip of the iceberg. Like there is so much other like
this felt like
tea.
such
Yeah,
a
your
Yeah.
mom
Okay.
sounds like a fucking nightmare, and I kind of can't
Yeah,
wait to
she
hear more
is,
about
and-
it.
and, like-
And I
and like you
just
said,
can't
like-
believe that your dad is like, but Jesus said divorce is wrong, so I'm gonna just stay with the psychopath.
That's just
Like, it's so crazy. She's spending your money and disrespecting you openly.
and your whole family.
And you're like, I owe it to the Lord to stay with this woman.
Why do you think I came up with Springsgiving instead of Easter? In my head, I just hear all these things, and I'm like, I'd rather just celebrate Springsgiving.
Springsgiving now.
Mhm.
Hell yeah! I hope you had a wonderful Springsgiving, and thank you both. But please hit us up. who'sthebitch.com.
Okay,
We want to hear
absolutely.
from you.
And also,
thank you very
God,
much.
I want insider footage of what's happening at the conclave in Rome.
Yeah, so what's
I want to
gonna happen
know
if they're sucking
the
and fucking on
politics,
each
the
other.
screaming. Okay, I want it. Anyway,
I'm sad that they're not sucking and fucking on each other in the conclave. I will say I did get excited because someone said, didn't you know that Judas and Jesus made out on Great Friday? And I was like, oh, man, that is a Great Friday. It's actually Good Friday, not Great Friday. And they didn't kiss. They didn't make out. It was the kiss of betrayal. So everybody lied to me because they were trying to get me into the
you
Easter
thought
story.
it was a make out on Great Friday, but it was a betraying peck on Good Friday.
Betrayal on Good Friday, and that's not fun.
And that's the fake news that was given to Jackie. All right, listen, we want to thank you for the subs, Brontosaurus Rock, Pogo Marie, Lyra Cupcake, and Axolotls, my child's favorite animal.
Oh my God.
Axolotls. We love you guys. The chat is so fucking fun. You guys are the best. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to us. If you're just listening to this over podcast, we appreciate you guys and love you so much. who'sthebitch.com is where you can call, get all the info to call us, DM us, email us. We're not going anywhere. The next
Every
live.
Wednesday.
Listen, somebody just asked when is the next live. We will let you know as soon as possible. It won't be in 2 weeks. We're taking a little bit of break to figure some video stuff out. We're going to be back as soon as possible. This will not be the last time you see these two bitches out on the veranda, okay?
No, we'll be out here.
We will
getting
see
drunk
you
and we're waiting for you
very soon. And follow us and, keep emailing us and telling us your stories. We love you guys so much. This is like such a dream to be able to talk to you guys.
Oh my
It's the
God.
best.
Yes, be well. Send us updates. We love hearing from you, everybody. And have a great rest of your day.